Hi everyone, I'm Shubham Jhanwar. We are discussing KVPY 2017 SX, and the question for this video is this: let En is equal to integral minus pi to pi mod of x minus 1 cos nx dx for all natural numbers n. Then the sequence an greater than or equal to 0 satisfies. So as n tends to infinity, an tends to what? So here, as n tends to infinity, cos nx would oscillate between minus 1 and 1 very quickly. A little change in x would be a huge change in nx. Why? Because n is tending to infinity. Yeah. So cos nx would quickly, very quickly, at lightning speed would oscillate between minus 1 and 1. Yeah. And since it is oscillating between minus 1 and 1, on an average, you may feel, you may have that intuition that average value would be 0. Yeah. And mod x minus 1, no matter how it changes, since cos nx is oscillating very quickly between minus 1 and 1, with the average value being 0. Yeah. So you can intuitively feel that D should be the answer. Limit n tending to infinity, an should be 0. Yeah, because as n tends to infinity, cos nx, the argument nx would would be changing very quick. Yeah, because a little change in x would be a huge change in nx, and cos nx essentially would be very quickly oscillating. So this is one way of quick understanding, of how you can intuitively feel that answer should be D. So one way is this intuitive understanding, that as n tends to infinity, cos nx oscillates, at high frequency, oscillates at at infinite frequency, so to speak, at infinite frequency, with average value, rather between minus 1 and 1, with average value 0, so that way D is supposed to be the answer. Alternately, you may actually do integration and then apply limit. So here it will be minus pi to 1, 1 minus x cos nx dx plus integral 1 to pi x minus 1 cos nx dx. So as you integrate using by parts, taking this to be first function, this to be second function, you get 1 minus x by n sin nx, minus would become plus, because 1 minus x derivative is minus 1, so you get plus integral minus pi, so here minus pi and 1 are the limits, to 1 by n sin nx dx. Similarly, you would get terms here. You would get x minus 1 by n sin nx, with limits minus pi, 1 to pi, with limits 1 to pi, minus 1 by n integral 1 to pi sin nx dx. So here, as you put limits, when you put and n is supposed to be some natural number, so sin n times minus pi would be 0, and as you put 1, so essentially this is becoming 0, for 1 minus x becomes 0, at minus pi sin nx becomes 0, and what about this? This is minus 1 by n square cos nx minus pi 1, plus similarly at pi sin nx becomes 0, and at 1 x minus 1 becomes 0, so even this is 0, and what you get is indeed you get plus 1 by n square cos nx 1 to pi. So here when you put x to be 1, you get minus 1 by n square cos n. Yeah. When you put x to be minus pi, so you get what? You may say minus minus would become plus lower limit, plus 1 by n square cos pi x. Now cos minus theta is same as cos theta, so plus 1 by n square cos sorry, not pi x, n pi it would be, it is n pi, and same here, n pi, you are replacing x, yep, and you get minus 1 by n square cos n. Yeah, so essentially what you get is minus 2 by n square cos n plus 2 by n square cos n pi. So here as n tends to infinity, both go to 0. Why? Because cos n pi would be some finite values between minus 1 and 1. Yeah, and n square is coming in denominator. As n tends to infinity, it goes to 0. So clearly again D is the answer. Thanks for listening.